Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to college football prediction season. Yes, you heard that correctly. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Football prediction videos throughout the week. Sorry for not getting them out Monday and Tuesday. Things have been hectic right now with just my work schedule, my school schedule, and of course this whole WNSP thing that I'm getting done. And on top of that, I still do the highlight reels and stuff for the high school. So apologies, things have been insanely busy these past couple of days, but regardless, it is now time to predict some college football games. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Today, you'll have 2 videos. Tomorrow, you'll have 2 videos. Plain and simple. Tomorrow, we will release these videos early for you, so you get them before the games actually drop at 5:30, which is actually super fun and exciting, and I cannot wait for this college football season to begin. So today, Big 12 ACC predictions. If a team plays an SEC team, we are going to save that for the SEC predictions. So we will predict that and talk about that in our SEC video. That's kind of how we're going to do it this year. But when there's a neutral site game, or of course, when there's a game other than the SEC, we will talk about that game and predict that game. So that's what we're going to do here. Again, Big 12 predictions today, ACC later tonight. Tomorrow we'll have Big 10 and SEC as well. So lots of football to talk about. Friday, we will play our Dynasty and Road to Glory to get us in the mood for some college football before the Auburn Tigers take the field on Friday as well. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. It is prediction season, and without further ado, let us go ahead and hop right into our Big 12 Week 1 predictions. Alright, so really quickly before we hop into these Big 12 predictions, we're going to react to the 2 games that happened in the Big 12 this past weekend in Week 0. That is Iowa State and Kansas State, a little Farmageddon action, and Kansas hosting Fresno State in their new stadium. First of all, the commentators for these games were absolutely trash, right? And they were not who we thought it would be ramping up to Week 1, but hey, it is what it is. It's college football. We watched it. Avery Johnson, I thought, struggled a little bit in Farmageddon, especially in that second half, but the quarterback for Iowa State turned on the Jets in that second half as well. Hanson, of course, the running back, played really well for Iowa State, and then, of course, Brown for Kansas State played really well, having 1 touchdown as well to kind of help them lead the Kansas State, to help them try to beat Iowa State. I don't know what that was on that final down, though, or that final drive where they had some miscommunication and stuff, but hey, it is what it is, as Iowa State does get the win in Farmageddon. Kansas blew out Fresno State here. Jalen Daniels is the truth, might I tell you. 3 touchdown passes, played really good in that opener, and I cannot wait to see what Kansas can do in a wide open Big 12 conference. So let us go ahead, though, and predict these games. First of all, we got Jacksonville State going into UCF, right? This is should be an easy season opener for UCF. I'm not sure who the starting quarterback is. I don't study the Big 12 all that much, but I'm going to go with the UCF Knights here to get the opening dub on Thursday night. Then we got Oklahoma State hosting UT Martin. I mean, come on now. Oklahoma State's going to win that one. Stephen F. Austin going into Houston. This is one I could actually see Stephen F. Austin actually going in there and beating them on a weird Thursday night, but I'm not going to predict it. I'm going to predict Houston to get that one. And then Thursday night, tomorrow night, the big one on ESPN, Nebraska, Cincinnati. This is going to be a fun matchup here. Dylan Raiola and the Cornhuskers going into Cincinnati. This is going to be a very fun matchup. The offense for both of these teams are really good. I expect the wide receiver room for Nebraska, though, to be a little bit more experienced, and I think that they will, of course, come out with the dub there. Now we're going to talk about Friday. We're going to save Auburn and Baylor for tomorrow in the SEC prediction video, so stay tuned for that one. But we got Wagner and Kansas. Kansas, obviously, like we just talked about, coming off a 1-0 or a 31-7 rout of course, Fresno State. They are playing Wagner now at home, and I expect them to get the dub in their Week 1 matchup as well. However, this one's going to be a big one as well. This is going to be an absolute banger of a game on Friday night on ESPN. I hate that Auburn's playing the same time, but hey, it is what it is. Georgia Tech going into Colorado, Haynes King, Kayon Slater. This is going to be a fun one. Deion did announce that he will be the starting quarterback, but Julian Salan might get some reps in this game as well. However, I'm going to go with Haynes King on this one. Colorado's defense is absolutely trash, right? And if Georgia Tech just plays their brand of football, they did lose Eric Singleton, their number one weapon from this past year, but I think that they get it together here and they find their rhythm in this opening game. This is going to be a great test for this Georgia Tech team and set the tone for the rest of the season to come. So if Haynes King goes in there, goes into Boulder, balls out in the opening game, then they're going to be a threat in the ACC, and that is for sure. Give me Georgia Tech, as Haynes King will lead the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets to victory over the Colorado Bulldogs. Now, let us go ahead and head into Saturday, of course. Robert Morris taking on West Virginia. Give me the Mountaineers in this one. South Dakota against Iowa State. Give me Iowa State. They start off 2-0 in the Big 12. And don't get me wrong, the Big 12 is still wide open after that Farmageddon matchup. But that was such a huge matchup, especially for Kansas State to start out 0-1 like that. But I think that both of those teams will be playing for the Big 12 championship, of course, later on in the year. We got North Dakota and Kansas State. Kansas State bounces back and gets the dub there. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Texas Tech. Give me Texas Tech. I know they've been hot on the recruiting trail recently. I know that they have a decently good quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, this year. And I think that they are going to get the dub against Arkansas, Pine Bluff. Should be an easy matchup for them. Portland State going into BYU. Give me BYU. I know everybody's high on BYU right now, but I'm not that high on them. I just think that they are going to get the dub here against Portland State. Northern Arizona heading into Arizona State. Give me Arizona State there. And then you got Hawaii going into Arizona. Man, that Hawaii-Stanford game was so much fun to watch this past weekend. It was a banger of a game. They're going into Arizona. Arizona is a tough college football team, yes. Hawaii, last week, they played really well on an injured quarterback. I don't think he's going to play at Arizona, which is not great for them. But I still am going to pick them because I'm riding with the Hawaii Warriors this season. They are America's team, and they could potentially be in that G5 playoff conversation, ladies and gentlemen. But the final game in the Big 12 on a Saturday night, some late night Big 12 action here. Utah going into UCLA, Nico Iamaleava, the transfer from Tennessee. A lot of talk about him this offseason. How is he going to fit in that UCLA offense? Well, I got to tell you, I think I'm going to be rocking with UCLA for this one. It's against Utah. Cam Rising's gone now. I think that Utah is going to start off very, very slow. It should be a good one, though. On Fox, 10 o'clock, it's going to be a banger. Give me UCLA to close us out on Saturday. However, there's one more game. Monday Night Football in college football this season. It's going to be so much fun. You got TCU going into North Carolina. The Horned Frogs coming off of a little bit of a down year for them in the Big 12. But North Carolina, Bill Belichick, of course, hosting the TCU Horned Frogs in his collegiate debut. This is going to be a banger. I'm going with North Carolina. Gio Lopez, the transfer quarterback, is expected to start for the North Carolina Tar Heels. I think that offense gets out to a red-hot start, and they get the dub to round out our Big 12 Week 1 predictions. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what you thought of the Big 12 predictions in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Like I said, 2 videos today, 2 videos tomorrow, and 2 videos Friday. Friday, we're going to play our Dynasty mode. Later today, we will, of course, have our ACC predictions for you guys for Week 1. Tomorrow, we'll have Big Ten and SEC predictions as well. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. No high school predictions this week. Just a little bit busy with college football season getting underway. Wanted to get those videos out. So we may have 3 videos, may not on Friday. Who knows? We shall see. However, hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching. ACC predictions later. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.